Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I'm Cryptokip, and today we are going to be talking about some potentially bad news for Crypto.com and the Cryptocom Arena. We're going to look at a story that came out today. I wanted to show you guys, give you a little bit of background on that. We're going to take a look at the sentiment in the market for crypto today, and we're going to take a look at how secure is Ethereum after the merge, after we've moved from proof of work to proof of stake. There are some skeptics talking about now whether or not Ethereum is centralized. Is this an issue we have to be worried about? And is this an opportunity for other chains like Cronos chain, Binance Smart Chain to potentially gain some market share? We're going to talk about that more in today's video. If you guys like this kind of content, smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel. We got 3 videos every single day coming your way. And when we hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel, we're going to give away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin to one lucky subscriber, so you don't want to miss out on that. Also, if you guys are interested in some of this volatility in crypto and looking to take out a trade, make sure you guys check out the link in the description down below. When you sign up for FMAX, you can get up to a $4,100 sign-up bonus when you open up a trade and deposit some money into FMAX. So check that out. Whether you're short or long, there might be an opportunity to make some money, but beware. Play safe when you're leverage trading, guys. It can be some risky business. I personally like to DCA and hodl, but a little leverage trade can be okay once in a while. Without further ado, let's hop into this content. Let's take a peek at these markets for the day. Bitcoin dominance back up to 40%. Market cap just hanging at that $900 billion market cap. And Ethereum is just so boring, which is okay at $19,000. Ethereum at $1,284. And these markets just seem dead right now. There's not a lot going on. Good news today, bad news tomorrow, over and over again. It just seems like we're kind of on repeat. But what's going on? What are some of the stories today? A scandal for Crypto.com. I'm gonna break this down for you. Look, in a market where there are a lot of FUD, there's so much FUD. Stephen Sharp, a writer from Urbanize Los Angeles, the media is on the attack, talking about some bad news for a town hall meeting. City Hall Council President Nuri Martinez was talking a little bit about what's going on, the redistricting process in LA, and they even made some remarks about Cryptocom Arena. Let's just jump down to that. So, winter is coming for Crypto.com. Crypto.com Arena doesn't stick. There's hope. In June, Crypto.com started laying off people and cut about 40% of its workforce. By August, LA was already questioning the viability of a long-term crypto sports deal, and others continue to wonder if Crypto.com's big marketing bets would work. The exchange poured money into sponsorship deals it thought it could be lucrative, including a new LA women's soccer club, Angel City Football Club, but later it defaulted. Lawyers for the soccer team told Ad Age last week Crypto.com reneged on the deal after refusing to pay. So, we've seen obviously a lot of things going on in this bear market, and I think there's now 2 deals that Crypto.com was chasing that they kind of backed out of. This being one of them, and then there was another football club, I believe, in Europe. But matter of fact, guys, and I don't know why they're talking about the Crypto.com Arena. There is no evidence, there is no facts here backing the fact that Crypto.com Arena is, going to be a 20-year deal. It's going to be a 20-year deal. There's no facts saying that it will not continue. Just because they backed out of some deals that they didn't, sign on the dotted line for, doesn't mean that Crypto.com Arena is in jeopardy whatsoever. This, my friends, is FUD. There's another article here I can link to where they talk a little bit more about Crypto.com Arena, and they're just going into FUD. But guys, look, the exchange is making a lot of money. They probably took profit. When they paid $700 million for the naming rights here, they had already made so much money on Crow coin because the Crypto.com team is holding Crow, and they probably sold some Crow, took some profit, and they bought the naming rights to the stadium. And then the coin went up. So they did about 1/10 of their market cap to invest in the Crypto.com Arena. And then over time, the coin went 5x from there, from about 20 cents all the way to basically $1. I'm sure they took some more profits. And so it was paid for in full. Guys, I do not believe that the Crypto.com Arena is going anywhere. I think this is strong. But beware, guys. There's a lot of fuddy-duddies out there. There's a lot of people spreading fear. So you want to be careful. But there are some things we should note and take a peek at. some bullish things. Bitcoin and stocks took a gut punch because inflation, the CPI numbers, all this. But the matter of the fact, instead of waxing poetic about why the price of Bitcoin doesn't matter, the TABC ONF attendees got down to business on trying to break down Bitcoin's commerce layer. The matter of fact, guys, is there are folks that are hard at work trying to build on Bitcoin. And the matter of fact is this, folks. So, while the rest of the world is not paying attention, the developers who work on Bitcoin every day are spending time breaking things so that they can fix things to make Bitcoin even stronger. That is a good thing for Bitcoin's future, and anyone who thinks Bitcoin might have a chance long-term viability should thank their lucky stars that the bear market is giving builders time to build. That is what the smart developers are doing on Bitcoin, on Cronos, and all these smart chains. The matter of fact, guys, is just like you and I are DCAing, the developers are doubling down on their work to improve the Bitcoin, the decentralized entities out there that bring us this beautiful blockchain technology. This is good news. This is very exciting, but there are some fears in the market that we got to be noting. One, Flashbots build over 82% relay blocks, adding to Ethereum centralization. Well, there is some fear out in the market because right now there are some folks, namely Flashbots, Blockroute Max Profit, Blockroute Ethical, Blockroute Regulated, Block Native, and Eden. There are actually, I got to show you this, according to our Ethereum post-merge inflation data, 46.15% of the proof stake nodes for storing data, processing transactions, and adding new blockchain blocks can be attributed to just 2 addresses. This heavy dominance by these addresses is something to watch. And guys, this is something you got to be aware of. 51% now of the Ethereum blocks are now compliant with the OFAC standards, raising censorship concerns. So what does this mean? This basically means that right now, sanctions could truly affect all the things that are getting validated on the Ethereum blockchain. And that's what's now happening now that we move from proof of work to proof of stake, where validators actually are going to be held accountable for the OFAC standards potentially, and it's going to be compliant, and they're going to try to enforce United States economic sanctions, possibly. Again, take this all with a grain of salt, guys. This could be some FUD, but this is something to take note of, guys, because this is something we want, true decentralization. And now some big boys kind of have control over the censoring validators. These guys, they've got 51% of the share, and that is something to keep an eye on. And so what you got to keep in mind is projects like Crypto.com, Cronos Chain, projects like Polkadot, other smart chains. These could have an opportunity to take some market share from Ethereum, and that would mean a lot of good things for the Cronos chain, so long as Cronos stays, in a good spot in terms of centralization. And people have raised flags about this, but we've got a lot to uncover. There's a lot going on in these bear markets, and it's just something to keep an eye on. I'm still buying Ethereum. I've seen so many stories, this, that, the other thing, fear here, fear there. But guys, if Ethereum is now, censorship, there's concerns about censorship. Well, what are they talking about here? They're talking about censoring against sanctions, which at the end of the day, we talk about regulation and crypto all the time. Now, should we be concerned about regulation in crypto? I think it's a good thing. I think we need to be aware of the sanctions, and we need to be compliant with paying taxes. We need to be compliant with some of the world sanctions, or else then it's going to be under the radar and under the gun of governments, and they'll want to attack it. We got to be compliant, guys, in the crypto space in order to exist with the mainstream, with traditional finance. Now, I don't want traditional finance to take us over by any means, but we got to make sure that we're here for the long term. So compliance will be important. I don't want us to roll over on our backs and, just comply with every single little detail that traditional finance would want. But, we got to take a look at this. And here's another story I want to share with you guys. El Salvador's Bitcoin experiment, $60 million lost, $375 million spent. Too little to show so far. I really think this is another example of some FUD. Some really a pathetic attempt at attacking Bitcoin and El Salvador, who made a very bold move in adopting cryptocurrency, because They adopted crypto right before a bear market, and of course, it's not going as they planned. But look, they're not all in. They've got other money. They've got other things going on. They're doing fine. The matter of fact is they took a big step and they invested their money in something that they believe in the long term of, right? It's like buying gold. They bought gold and they're going to hold this for long term. And it's a bear market. My family members back in the 2017 bull run bought the peak, and then they rode the dip, and then they came back in 2020, in 2019, and they rode into 2021, and they made a bunch of money on Bitcoin just because they bought the peak, rode the dip down, DCA'd, and now, weren't positive. Doesn't mean they made a bad choice. I would argue the opposite. They made a great choice. Why? Because they rode the bull run right back up to the top, and they made a boatload of money. And guys, the same can be said for El Salvador. El Salvador is buying this dip right now. El Salvador, yes, they bought it when it was a lot higher, but they're going to ride this thing out. And right now, oh, sure, maybe they look bad, but in 5 to 10, 20 years, they're going to look like geniuses. They're going to set themselves apart, and it could pull El Salvador into being, a first world country, right? A big power down the road if they make a bunch of money off this Bitcoin play. So, what am I saying? Beware, guys, of all the FUD. Keep an eye on the Ethereum news with censorship. Keep an eye on this Bitcoin El Salvador experiment. Keep an eye on Cronos chain as it does compete against Ethereum. I think Ethereum's still king. Bitcoin is certainly still king of the currency side. Ethereum's king of the smart contract play. But there's some others to be noted. Cronos is one of them. I am buying this dip still. I am strong. Have a great weekend, guys. That's all I got for you today. I'm Cryptokip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, you've got to remember to DCA, HODL, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody. I got 2 videos for you right here if you want to check them out. Peace.